What's going on, guys? Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. And today is Wednesday the 23rd of May. And we've got so much to get through today, a lot of confirmed deals and a lot of potential rumours. So just before we get started, as always, if you enjoyed the video and enjoyed transfers, make sure to show support by leaving a like rating. It'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, press the subscribe button for more and press notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. 8 AM is transfers. If it's a second video, that'd be 9 PM. If you missed yesterday's video, down below in the description box and the comment section below, what was your favourite ever FIFA Ultimate team? From a nostalgic point, I'd probably say FIFA 12 was my favourite. It's like my favourite memories of FIFA, like 5-star skills everywhere, and Silver's being overpowered. But let me know your answers down below in the comment section. But now, let's jump on to confirmed deals. And last like 2 or 3 days, there's been like 1 or 2 to cover, but today, there's a good amount. And the very first one isn't a player transferring to another club, it's a very strange one in fact. So Grant Holt, the former Norwich City striker, has now signed for World Association of Wrestling. He's now a wrestler. It came out of nowhere, but yeah, it did happen, and it's a very strange one to start things off, like I did say. But now we got on to actual player transfers, and the very first one is a Belgian left back called POGBA. If I pronounce player names wrong, by the way, I do apologise in advance, but players like him, honestly, I haven't actually heard of. But yesterday he joined Anderlecht from KV Mechelen in Belgium for around €3 million. Then we've got a Dutch centre-back called Viergeva going to PSV from Ajax on a free transfer. And the final one on this page is Crescito, who has got a team of season card on FIFA 18, going to Genoa in Italy from Zenit St. Petersburg, and again it's a free transfer. Then we've got a Swiss striker called Oberland going to FC Basel from Red Bull Salzburg, and the fee itself is €4.1 million. It's now been made a permanent basis after last season he spent on loan to the Swiss club. Then we've got a player which is named, by the way, it doesn't even fit on the card. I'm going to attempt to say it, I'm probably going to absolutely butcher it, but I can go with Christodoulopoulos. Again, that's pretty awful, but still, the Greek player has joined Olympiacos from AEK Athens on a free transfer. An Austrian right midfielder called Schaub has joined FC Cologne from a Rapid Vienna for €3.5 million. And then we've got a player for the Premier League now, being Balogun, a Nigerian centre-back going to Brighton from Mainz in the Bundesliga. It's a free transfer and on a 2-year deal. And the final 3 confirmed deals today are going to one player, and the other 2 are going to managerial changes. But the very first player, the only player, is going to a Swiss right back, I can't pronounce his name, joining Huddersfield now on a permanent basis from FC Ingolstadt in Germany. It's a €5 million fee, and again last season spent on loan to Huddersfield. The first managerial change yesterday was Lucien Favre going to Borussia Dortmund from OGC Nice, and he signed a deal until 2020. Another confirmed manager making a switch yesterday is going to be Manuel Pellegrini, the former City boss, now becoming West Ham United's manager. He signed a 3-year deal with the Hammers, and his previous club before this was Hebei China Fortune in the Chinese Super League. And now we move on to the potential deals. The very first one is according to reports in Italy today, apparently Carlo Ancelotti could be set for a return to management with Napoli. The Italian has been out of work since he was sacked by Bayern Munich earlier this season, and he was into the Arsenal job and the Italian national side, but is now expected to replace Sarri in Naples. Sarri has been strongly linked to a takeover at Chelsea, with Antonio Conte now widely expected to leave the club this summer, despite leading the club to FA Cup glory. Sarri had been negotiating a new deal with Napoli, but talks broke down over this weekend. And if Chelsea do manage to bring in Sarri, by the way, such a great style of football, and definitely be very good to watch next season. Now we move on to Daley Blind, and according to Don Ballon today, Barca are set to raid Manchester United for French defender Daley Blind this summer. Messi himself has okayed the deal. I do find it kind of odd that a lot of transfer stories regarding Barca, most of them really aren't too reliable, but they always end it by saying that Messi agrees with the transfer as if he's the manager or part of the board. I guess he's arguably the best footballer of all time, but still, it doesn't make him a person that actually decides transfers. He might have a say in like who wants to play with, but players like Daley Blind, I can't really see that being the case. And Barca are also in for a player non-FIFA older team according to the Daily Star, being Tottenham's 17-year-old English forward, Rio Griffiths. And now we've got 2 English players that won't be part of the World Cup this summer, being Joe Hart and Leighton Baines. So first up, according to TalkSport, Joe Hart could be given a shot get out of Manchester City by MLS sister club New York City FC. They are currently managed by Patrick Vieira, although for how much longer, I'm not too sure, but still, that could be an interesting move for him. His last 2 or 3 years have been very much downhill in his career. It was very bad at Torino, very bad at West Ham, and a move to the MLS might not be the worst of ideas. And moving on to Leighton Baines, according to reports, he could be set to quit Everton in favour of a move to the MLS. The fullback is 33 years old now and has spent 11 seasons at Goodison Park after his 2007 move from Wigan. Reports suggest that Baines will travel to the United States to hold talks with different MLS sides before he decides if he'll sign a new deal on Merseyside or head abroad. LA Galaxy have had a lot of former Premier League players in their side, including Gerrard, Beckham, Ibrahimovic right now, Ashley Cole, and Baines could be the next one. And I've got quite a scary one for FIFA older team potentially, being Lozano. And if you play foot a lot this year, he features most of the time off the bench. He's so broken. And yesterday, Lozano admitted that he would consider joining Everton. The Mexican has been tipped to follow Toffee's new director of football, Marcel Brands, from PSV to Goodison Park. And while he is focused on the World Cup with Mexico, he isn't ruling anything out. And now we've got the Italian striker Immobile, who the last 2 seasons, by the way, for Lazio has hit 66 goals in all competitions, which is phenomenal. But yesterday his wife hinted on Instagram that he could be making a move this summer. I won't read it all out, but it basically says thank you to Lazio fans, and Immobile himself has refused to rule out a move to AC Milan. And next up we've got Alvaro Morata of Chelsea, and today according to reports in Italy, AC Milan have entered the race to sign him. The Spaniard has struggled to settle in at Stamford Bridge since joining from Real Madrid last summer, and Morata himself has been left out of the Spain World Cup team. His former club Juventus are keen to bring him back to Turin, but may not be able to finance his move, and according to Sky Italia, Milan have held talks with Morata's representatives over review of a potential move. And moving over from AC Milan to Inter Milan, this time apparently Inter are hoping to reach an agreement with Barca over Rafinha. The Brazilian spent the second half of last season at the San Siro and agreed to pay €35 million for him if they reach the Champions League. But after doing so, they are hopeful of lowering the fee from 35 mil down a little bit, according to Sport. And now we've got a pretty huge one. It's about an interview yesterday of Marek Hamšík, as he admitted he could leave Napoli this summer. The club captain led his side to another second place finish in the Serie A last season behind the champions Juventus. The 30-year-old has been linked to a move to the Far East and admitted he could be tempted to leave Naples. It is quite a long interview, but the main quote from it does say, "I spent all this time here giving all my strength. Maybe now is the time where our paths will diverge. I'd like to try something new." And if a club do manage to sign Marek Hamšík from Napoli, it'd be a massive signing for him. He's a great player, and it would be a massive loss for Napoli themselves. And next up, according to the Metro, who by the way aren't very reliable whatsoever, I should state that from the very get-go, they're saying Manchester United are ready to pull the plug on their £53 million deal to sign Fred, and they think his head has now been turned by Paris Saint-Germain. I'm pretty certain he's going to the World Cup this summer with Brazil, so the transfer for him, it will either be done very quickly before the World Cup, or it might happen just after the World Cup in July or August. But still, so far, last 6 months or so, first up in January was favourites to join City, then a couple weeks ago as United, and now PSG. And now according to various different outlets, City is set to sign Riyad Mahrez for £50 million, and Leicester are to get Patrick Roberts as part of the deal. He's very close to joining Man City back in January, and to be fair, the Patrick Roberts stuff does make sense because last 2 seasons spent on loan to Celtic and now is back with City. And honestly, City, that's a great signing for them if it happens. And next up, according to reports in Turkey, Besiktas are considering a move for Danny Welbeck as a replacement for Talisca, who's heading back to Benfica following a 2-year loan spell and then to move on potentially to Manchester United. And with Unai Emery coming to Arsenal probably by the end of the week, Danny Welbeck will want to see if he's part of his future or not, or has plans at Arsenal. If not, his current deal at the Emirates expires in 12 months' time. And next up, we've got a very short one according to Goal.com, but it's something we've seen a lot so far already. They said that PSG forward Neymar has made it clear he wants to leave for Real Madrid this summer. The PSG president has come out and said 1000% that Neymar will be staying at Paris Saint-Germain for next season, but these rumours, they'll keep coming up. And we move on to an article now from Manchester Evening News. Manchester United are attempting to negotiate a £55 million deal for Tottenham defender Toby Alderweireld. And the same paper also said they're set to scout Gareth Bale in the Champions League final on Saturday, with a view to signing the Real Madrid forward this summer. And it does seem that United are going to be selling a lot of players this summer, and I imagine also spending a lot of money. And Toby Alderweireld would be a fantastic signing. I've said it multiple times before, a great centre-back, one of the best in the league. And Gareth Bale, everyone knows how good he is. Just the only thing about him is his injury problems. And next I've got a pretty huge one according to Daily Express first up, so that Chelsea are ready to push ahead with a £100 million move for Bayern striker Robert Lewandowski. And Telegraph are saying the same thing by saying Chelsea have made Bayern striker Lewandowski a top transfer target for this summer. And Lewandowski has been linked to a move away from Bayern for the last, say 2 seasons maybe, and most of the time, the potential move is to Real Madrid. And the article does say Lewandowski has got a new agent, and since then, a big transfer has looked likely, and Chelsea, they've had their eye on this situation for a while. And who knows, Chelsea might actually sell Morata to get the funds to buy Lewandowski, and that seems like very good business. And the final one today is about Paul Pogba and his future at Manchester United. So Juventus boss Max Allegri is reportedly targeting a reunion with Pogba. The United midfielder cast doubt over his Old Trafford future earlier this week, and Tuttosport claims Allegri may look to take Pogba back to Italy, but it remains to be seen if they'd be willing to pay anywhere near the £89 million they received for him in 2016. And for example, United fans, would you be happy to send Paul Pogba back to Juventus if it meant you got someone like Milinkovic-Savic in from Lazio? But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So as always, if you enjoyed it and enjoyed transfers, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, press the subscribe button for more and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's video, down below in the description box. Every single day at 8 AM there'll be a transfer video. If there's a second video, it'll be 9 PM UK time. And finally, in the comment section below, what is your favourite ever FIFA Ultimate team? Let me know down below. Say thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.